We at war. We at war with terrorism, racism, but mostly.
Guys, don't you have to do Shakespeare's project? What you going?
You know, the funny thing is that during Shakespeare's time, late 1500s, there was a mass movement in England towards the expansion of literacy thanks to Queen Elizabeth. How is that funny? As I was saying, at one point literacy reached 33%, which was the highest of any country at the time.
Apparently, Shakespeare was influenced by that literary expansion due in large part to the Erasmus War Circle.
The only circle I know is the middle of a donut.
Okay, for those of you who haven't heard of Erasmus and More, there were two well-renowned early Christian humanists who lived in the beginning of the 16th century and who were very influential at the time.
In fact, many scholars could tell that Shakespeare was heavily influenced by their works.
What's also important to note is that Shakespeare lived during the English Renaissance, which was a mass movement in art and culture.
The only thing that'll influence me is a burger.
What's wrong with you?
I like food.
When analyzing an artist's work, you have to understand his background. He grew up to a wealthy Catholic family and attended school to the age of 14. Unfortunately, though, when Queen Elizabeth came to power, the national religion became Protestantism, and his father, who was married at the time, lost all he had and was forced to take his son out of school before he reached secondary school.
I'd imagine that Shakespeare would have a resentment towards the Queen.
That may have been the case, but he wouldn't be able to show it because much of his work was censored and the Queen herself often came to watch the play. So he had to make sure that he didn't stray too far out of the line.
I mean, he was a crafty guy. He knew what he could and couldn't get away with.
Our play opens with the story of the separation of both Dromios and both Antipholus. They are separated on a boat. One section goes with the mother and the other section goes with the father. One goes to Syracuse and one goes to Ephesus, and thus our play starts. Through this scene, Shakespeare sets up the story as if it is a tragedy, because let's be real, nobody likes the separation of a family.
I'll go with you, Pa.
And I with you, Ma. The father of Antipholus, Aegean, has come to Ephesus illegally. The Duke told him he has till midnight to find 1,000 marks or faces the punishment of death. Shakespeare uses the emotions of Aegean to get the audience emphasized with that job and hope that he can find his family.
My youngest boy and yet my eldest heir at 18 years became inquisitive after his brother and importuned me that his attendant so his case was like.
Reft of his brother, but retained his name, might bear him company in the quest of him, whom whilst I labour of love to see, I hazarded the loss of whom I loved.
5 sausages have I sausaged in furthest Greece, roaming clean through the bounds of Asia, and coasting homeward came to Ephesus.
Hopeless to find, yet loath to leave unsought, or any place that harbors men. But here must end the story of my life, and happy were I in my timely death, could all my travels warrant me they live.
Whoa, whoa! Jesus Christ. So in scene 2, we have Antipholus of Syracuse sending his Dromio to the Centaur. Then Dromio of Ephesus returns, and there's a huge mix-up because, I mean, he doesn't know what Antipholus said to the other Dromio, and they get in a fight, and Shakespeare uses this to show that it's going to be the beginning of what's going to, in the end, turn out to be a huge, chaotic mix-up.
Stop in your wind, sir. Tell me this, I pray. Where have you left the money that I gave you?
Oh, 6pence that I had Wednesday last, to pay the saddler for my mistress's crupper. The saddler had it, sir, I kept it not.
I am not in a sportive humor now. Tell me, and dally not, where is the money? We being strangers here, how darest thou trust so great a charge from thine own custody?
I pray you, just, sir, as you sit at dinner, I from my mistress come to you in post. If I return, I shall be post indeed, for she will scour your fault upon my pate. Methinks your maw, like mine, should be your...
Dink.
and strike you home without a messenger. To me, sir, why you gave no gold to me.
Shakespeare uses language to effectively create sudden happy endings, chaos, and mistaken identities. All these three elements create a perfect comedy. Let's learn more.
One reason that Shakespeare's writing is so significant is because of the language he uses.
What do you mean?
Well, the way he phrases sentences and uses specific words leads to work studied by many scholars and educators.
Is that why his plays are confusing?
You know what's confusing? Why McDonald's took away supersize.
Okay. Almost every line in Shakespeare's plays can be interpreted in a few different ways.
Yeah.
Guys, do you want hummus or cream or anything?
I'm okay.
No thanks.
Yeah, can I have a large?
No, you had enough. Come on.
For example, in our play, Dromio of Ephesus refers to the marks on his head with a double meaning.
Wasn't Antipholus inquiring about the money he gave to Dromio?
Yeah, but Shakespeare made it so that it has a double meaning of both money and beatings.
I have some marks of yours upon my pate, some of my mistress's marks upon my shoulders, but not 1,000 marks between you both. If I should pay your worship, those again, perchance you will not bear them patiently.
This ambiguity is killing me.
Ah!
Breathe in, breathe out. Pull your sleeves out. Push a big truck. Pull your keys out. Girls go wild and pull your D's out. Breathe in, breathe out.
Thanks for watching.